Hello, everybody. Wait, hold on. Is it working? Please tell me. Please. All right, good. I'm way too sick and tired of having to worry about that. But anyways, hello, everybody. It's about to get between. Welcome to part 6 of BeamNG Drive. And you're probably wondering, where the hell is everybody? Well, considering you've probably heard about what happened recently, BeamNG has been hacked and it is still somewhat down, unfortunately. And I tried to get into the servers. I could not. Sorry guys. But this gives me the opportunity to do a very different kind of stream. I'm just gonna go around this entire map, driving this little setup, this little rig here, and I'll just have a nice little conversation with whoever hops in the Discord VC, and that'll be that. So I'm just set the waypoint. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention we're in Southern Africa. This is gonna feel like the Top Gear Botswana special all over again. Oh! Whoops, I always forgot to do that. Anyways, points of interest. Set route. The farthest point away. Here we go. Well, should I at least wait for somebody to join in? I'm not sure. But yeah, long story short, sometimes shit happens and you gotta make do with what you have. Fair enough. If anybody ends up joining us, it'll be a bit of a miracle, because I don't think, I gotta be honest with you, I don't think this is gonna take off. Like, I don't intend for this stream to get any views. But I need to do it. Because honestly, I feel like I really feel like I need to. I mean, like, so many friends are in, like, situations where, like, they're busy and sometimes you can't collaborate with all of them. Any of them, for that matter. So, sometimes you gotta resort to chill streams like these. One of these where you're trying to be chill. At least chill enough to a point where you're not boring. Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. I feel like I should have put like some traffic on. You know what? Before we get too far on this trip, let's do just that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Free roam actions. Traffic. Spawn normal. Just hope this works. Jeez, what am I doing? And I wish I could have a look at the stream chat right now. I wish I could, but I can't. Because I only have one monitor. I mean, that's fine if you're like getting work done or doing simple like gaming sessions with your friends. Not always the best for streaming. Oh, I did not think about that. But yeah, if any of my friends are, watching this dumpster fire of a stream, you're able to send me a DM. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me just stream mode disabled. Let's hope shit happens. Maybe. Jeez. I feel like somewhere down the line I'll get rid of the cargo. Never really explored this map very much, so this would be great to look through. And if you're actually, you know what? Something that I sometimes hate seeing YouTubers do is be like, and if you're one, like, 'cause I mean, I get it, but also, why should I be assuming what everybody else is thinking? It's their mind, it's not mine. I mean, well, I guess it's fine. Wait, why am I going on this whole spiel if I was probably gonna do this anyways? I mean, hell, like, for example, like, hey, like, and, like, if you were wondering, I mean, I'm probably, forget about it. I just gotta hope somebody hops in here, 'cause that'd be nice. Man, this is depressing though. I mean, like, the scenery is beautiful. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Set the environment. No. Perfect. Ah. Here's a spot where I can drop all this off. There we are. There's your stuff. I don't think of it. Let's give us a nice little fiberglass camper shell, so it looks really nice. Couldn't think of it. Yeah. Tell me you don't know how to drive on public roads without telling me. Man, look at this. I'm gonna switch over to controller real quick. Let me hook this up. There we are. That makes it so much better. Hey. How you doing?
Just finished removing posts of wood, like large posts of wood. Too heavy for they were very really heavy.
That's pretty cool.
And yeah, consider that I'm not in a city anymore. Like I went from a city after 5 hours of shitty roads, some good roads, and to places a bit. I'm at my farm. Do you know how many people live in the town that is closest to me? That is 20 kilometers, or hang on, how much?
Oh yeah. Also keep this in mind. You're on stream, like on YouTube. You alright with that?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hang on. So what I was telling you, the town that is closest to me only has 1,303 population.
All right. Oh, jeez. Sitting here driving around in an old Japanese pickup truck across South Africa, pretty much. And since the multiplayer mod for this game was hacked and is down at the moment, the stream for today is just me like just driving in the background while having conversations with people, you know? So if you have any like interesting like childhood stories or like just want to have a nice little conversation, go right ahead.
Right. So something that happened while I was moving the wood. Basically, I was with the local, like the caretaker of the like fields that I met whenever like my family's not here, and my uncle. We're driving along like a very rocky road, which was like one of the province. It was like an intrastate, not an interstate equivalent, like an intrastate.
Interesting.
When we were crossing like a big like hill, we had like the truck and a trailer full of like those wood posts that I was talking about. Somehow the road was so bumpy, every single one of the logs that was like that didn't have like a rope directly connecting it to the. It was secured, but not like really secured. All but one log fell out.
Oh Jesus!
And we didn't realize up until like when we turned. Like it was like kind of like basically there was a big mountain road. It's like the very generic mountain roads that you see.
Oh yeah.
That usually have like, you know, twists and turns.
Yeah.
So yeah, pain in the ass to like reload them in the middle of rural of like a route, not even like somewhere private where like nobody is driving. Like yes, nobody was driving there at the time, but that's because, well, as I said, 1,303 people. So yeah, pain in the ass to reload.
Yeah, you're just out here in like rural.
Yeah, rural. So if you pull up like a map of Argentina.
Oh yeah, I forgot, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this person's in Argentina.
I live in like a way down south province where it's like mountains, big open like desert, which is like a mesa, and then just coast. Yeah, we were in like
middle of nowhere.
Yeah, middle of nowhere. And I was not like fully into the mountains. I was like close enough to like see the mountains, not be in the mountains. So let me just grab a paint representation. Imagine like a square, right? Or a long rectangle, kind of like my province. On
Uh,
like the right half is like the coastal area,
interesting.
and on the far left is like the mountains.
Yeah.
Then everything else is just like desert and 2 big lakes, although one has already died by now.
I see.
It's kind of like nearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, right before the mountains. It's like lush forests, but before the mountains.
Yeah.
Pines, a lot of pines.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I actually got a bit of a story. So this was actually just yesterday. Now, some of you might know about this really cool Japanese musician known as Masayoshi Takanaka. Who made a lot of really, really nice, like, Japanese, like, city pop, bossa nova fusion-esque kind of albums in, like, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And these albums, they almost never hit American shores. They are super hard to find. Well, I ended up finding out that a couple days before this, somebody at school ended up telling me, like, oh, like, hey, like, on Friday, there's gonna be a pop-up shop at a local record store that's gonna be selling those records straight from Japan. At least I think. Yeah, like, the albums are gonna be repressed and sold out that store, like, throughout the week. So me and my mom, because I still don't have a car yet. Well, do you really need a car no, you don't really need a car to get to San Francisco. I could have probably gone this way myself, but my mom was interested as well. We ended up going down to San Francisco. We ended up, and we found out there was a bit of a line. Alright, that's alright. I mean, like, this pop-up shop's meant to is meant to have enough stock for, like, the entire weekend. From April 3rd to 5th, I believe. Yeah. And we ended up finding out, and we ended up waiting, what, like 30 minutes before the shop opened? And the worst possible thing could have happened. Would you like to guess what happened?
Enough stock for exactly everyone in front of you except you.
No, even worse. And I'll tell you. They ended up selling out of everything. The signed posters, the albums, everything for the entire weekend in 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yep, 5 minutes.
Holy hell. My school recess is longer than that.
Yep. Everything sold out in 5 minutes. And we ended up having to go home with absolutely nothing, even though I purposefully got up at 6:30 in the morning to prepare.
Holy.
Nearly a day or two of waiting, all for nothing. And the crazy thing was that, like, it didn't seem like there were any scalpers or anything, because I only really saw people getting like 1 or 2 albums at most, and maybe a poster. But we ended up overhearing, like, oh yeah, like, we aren't gonna get any more after today, so that's all of them gone. And I'll admit, it was actually really sad. It sucked. And
Imagine.
yeah, like we were like 5 people away from managing to get one as well. But we were out. They were completely out in 5 minutes. And they were out of the posters in a minute and a half. But,
minute and a half?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
But that honestly made a bit of sense because those were signed by Masayoshi Takanaka himself. So I guess that kind of makes sense. But the albums are what hurts because I have a record player. So that's what stung. And we aren't gonna get something like this for like another year or something. So at this point, I've just given up, and we just resorted to ordering one online. We tried what we could.
Yeah. You had to resort to eBay.
Yeah, we had to resort to like Amazon and eBay, stuff like that. Which sucks, because the best way to find a vinyl album is in the record stores. It's part of like the whole thing. Like you aren't really meant to find an album online. You're meant to get them at record stores.
Yeah.
Which is honestly just kind of sad, you know?
I would imagine.
Yeah. I mean, it's not all bad. I mean, sometimes it's not down to... I mean, actually, something that that I ended up joking about doing was camping out like overnight, like at the record store, so we'd be first in line. Honestly, I think we actually should have done that.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. But right now, the only like Japanese piece of jazz fusion media that I physically have is a CD copy of Cassiopeia's debut album, which I managed to find on complete accident.
Do tell.
We ended up stopping by, I believe it was a Rasputin Records, and we just looked at it as like, that's just like a quick last resort. Like, we were looking for the Mint Jams album because I am still looking for that album to this day. Well, like if there is a, like, if I'm going around town and I find a record store, I will go in there to find it. I am still yet to find one in stock. This is the pain that a fan of Japanese jazz fusion has to go through on a weekly basis. But yeah, if there's anything you'd be able to learn from stuff like this, here's something. Just don't do what I do. Just don't. It's too painful.
Yeah.
I did actually end up taking like a video of the line, but I won't send it here. Because frankly I just don't really want to. But it was like over like 150 people. So there was, and given if we do like some little math here, there was probably like 400 to 500 records that sold out in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, I was searching on eBay for like Mint Jams, and I found one for $53.81.
Wait, like, in what currency though?
United States bucks.
What, like 1,000 or like 150?
US dollar, dude.
No, like is it like $150 or like what?
53. 53.
Like $53 or something?
81.
That's not enough information. Sorry.
I gave you all the information.
No, you didn't. Is it $53.81 or something, or what?
Yes. 53 bucks and 81 cents.
That sounds like a steal, honestly, because from the person at the record store that I ended up asking about, most of those run for well over $100.
Check PMs. I sent the link.
Okay.
And it has 99.5% positives.
Okay, I'm kind of interested. I'll keep that in mind.
Although there is another one for.
Oh yeah, and if I end up running out of road before the hour is over, I'll just turn around and drive back.
And I found one where it's like 2 available. Do you know how much for each one it is?
How much?
Guess.
I don't. Well, maybe like 70 to $100.
$21.
I feel like I cut off a bit too early there. Whoops.
Holy hell. Like, hang on, let me check out. Wild, you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes you kind of you start like thinking about like, oh, like what do I talk about next?
Also, do you know what I found on eBay?
What'd you find?
A Niagara for like 100 and like near like 195 bucks.
Yeah, honestly,
In box.
here's something. I feel like, honestly, the market of like model trains is something that severely confuses me. I mean,
Yeah. Something so small at an expensive price.
yeah, why does it have to be so expensive? I mean, it's not like a drum set where like there's a shit ton of like craftsmanship that goes into that kind of stuff, like different kinds of wood, like how, like different kinds of strainers, like what materials, and also the fact that they are made to last a really, really, really long time. I mean, hell, there are snare drums that are literally over 100 years old and still work just fine. But so that makes sense if they're priced more like a lifetime purchase. I mean, hell, like for example, like a full set of I guess like Pearl Visions, like I have, are probably usually like, at least new, they'd probably set you back around like over $500 or 600 maybe. Haven't had a good look at the market just yet. But you know what sucks? You know what sucks? Whenever there are outliers, whenever it comes to drums, where the price is really not worth it. Take the single worst drum that I've ever had the displeasure of seeing in my life, a PDP Chad Smith signature snare drum. It's acrylic, which is pretty cool. I do love me some acrylic drums. Hell, if anybody has a pair of, if anybody has like some Ludwig Vista lights, hit me up. But there is a problem with acrylic, and it's that acrylic likes cracking, especially when you're beating the pants out of it with a pair of drumsticks. Also, there's another problem.
Which is
A snare drum, if you want it to sound good, it needs to be perfectly round and completely flat. So whenever you push it on a flat surface, it doesn't wobble about. The Drum Thing, which is a secondary channel of Dank Pods, maybe you've heard of him. He's also done Garbage Time. He's done Hello, I'm Gaming as well. But he ended up covering a video on the Chad Smith PDP snare drum, and he ended up putting it on a table. It wobbles like crazy. And compare that to a 70s Ludwig Vista light snare. Nothing. It doesn't wobble at all. That's not a good thing if you want to tune your drums. Because and that's made even worse by the damn bolts. Because the drum threads have a horrible amount of thread. It's just too much. And it's way more than you need. That's not a good thing. That is not a good thing. Because the problem with that is you can't get the drum to be tuned very tight now, can you? In other words, the thing has so much thread in the bolts that it bottoms out.
holy.
Yeah, so you can't tune it very well. Pair that with an uneven snare that wobbles if you lay it upside down with the head taken off, you got a terrible drum.
Holy.
And you want to know the worst thing about it? Like, I saved the worst thing about it for last. How much do you think this would cost?
Check out this Niagara. $650.
No. Like, keep in mind, like, this is just the snare on its own.
Okay.
I said that
125.
This, I'd be fine with it if it was like a $50 snare or like a $70 snare, but no, this is a $500 drum.
500.
And the drum thing channel, well, like James, pretty much, he ended up buying it on sale for $500. The full price of the thing, at least in Aussie dollars, is $600 for a single snare drum. That is terrible.
Australian dollars to USD. Let me check. So
$630 to USD. Aussie to USD.
413,45.
That's still terrible.
Yeah, it's kind of like enough to cover for two used Niagaras, and you still have enough to pay for like a small Sparkman Spectrum 060 saddle tank.
Okay, I think you're actually kind of getting too much into the nerd case, so I'll break it down as well. That could still buy you around, let's see here. That would still be able. Actually, you know what? Here's something. If you go just $100 or so more, you could buy an actual professional snare drum made by some of the most accomplished, like, drum craftsmen in the entire world. You could buy an indie professional snare drum that is signed by the people that made it.
Okay, that is just ridiculous.
Yeah, you could either buy a beautiful, like, a beautifully crafted professional snare drum, or a shitty, like, acrylic cracking, bottoming out, wobbling on the table, or, like, overpriced piece of garbage made by a subsidiary of DW called PDP that is meant to be cheaper. Do you see why I'm so pissed off now?
Yeah. I honestly was like, I was honestly laughing at how much you were flaming it. Like,
oh jeez,
is justified, but I found it a bit funny.
This, god damn it. Well, let me just fixed.
But yeah, I remember I found a like really operational, like slightly used, beautiful looking. Hang on, let me re-find it again, because I remember it was articulated for only $225.
Still a lot, honestly, considering
Yeah, but
Oh, yo, here's something. You want something cool in terms of used cars, though?
we.
I ended up finding on Craigslist, might I add, a used 1987 manual Saab 900 Turbo for $5,000.
For a car, mate, that's a steal. A fucking steal.
And that's a good car. Like that, bro, that car was literally, I wouldn't say literally, but basically created by engineers that also made fighter jets.
Fighter jets?
Yeah. Because Saab also made fighter jets.
Okay. That is cool. Oh man, it's already been bought.
Now,
Over 150. Yeah, it's the articulated engine that was cheap compared to River Rossi 484 at 400. Yeah, the 28. I think it was a 2882 was bought.
let's see, what else did I find on the wonders of Craigslist? One of the things I found was, alright, something that's really cool is that I found. Now, somebody has long bought this by now. It was a Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX for $6,000. Manual. Now, let me just list off the specs real quick, just so you realize how ridiculous this is. Or at least little factoids about it. Let's see here. Stock. All-wheel drive. 2 doors. And given probably the single greatest engine Mitsubishi has ever made. The 4G63. Which was the same engine that came in the frickin' Evo. The Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution and the Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX share the same engine and the same all-wheel drive system.
Holy shit.
And if there's anything you should know about 4G63s, they can be modified down to the atom and turned into a fucking missile.
Anything can be modified into a missile if you mistreat it enough.
Well, not without it blowing up first.
Just stick a bomb on the thing and...
What? No, like, you modify the thing to be faster than most $500,000 supercars at a fraction of the cost. The thing came with forged internals from the factory, so all you needed to do was crank up the boost, and it would take it.
Is this the real life or just a fantasy?
This is real. Yeah, like seriously, like look up Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX and just see how many modified ones make over 500 horsepower. From basic modifications.
Mitsubishi Cliff GSX head. Wow. Looks cool.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing about it. The Mitsubishi Evo, we weren't sold that in the United States. We got the Eclipse, and by in turn, the Eclipse GSX. Sure, we did get the Mitsubishi Evo 7 but we had to wait like till 2003. No, I think it was more like 2002. Was it? Something like that. But let's see, what else? What if you don't want a Mitsubishi? What if you want the same general formula, but you're worried that they're too expensive, to maintain? What if you don't want to import one? Well, N becomes one of the most iconic automotive rivalries since the Chevy Camaro and the Ford Mustang. I present to you the Subaru Impreza WRX STI.
So basically, it was like take Mitsubishi but Subarize it.
Yeah, and they both carry the same formula: an all-wheel drive, turbocharged, four-cylinder, four-door saloon car from Japan that can be tuned into absolute rockets. Both of those descriptions, and they also both have rally heritage. That was what made the rivalry so famous. It's because they directly competed against each other in the World Rally Championship. Each and every generation of both Subaru Impreza and Mitsubishi Lancer Evo was made not just to make the car better, but also to make it better than their competition. And us regular people that found out, oh yeah, these things were also available as road cars, we reaped off the benefits and we made them even faster.
To the level of like going to like one of those, what was it called?
Like maybe like describe it.
Museums and steal retired engines just to restore them and put them on the car.
What? No. We're talking full aftermarkets, like full aftermarket support. So you could buy like just straight up racing parts and slap them on your Subaru Impreza or Mitsubishi Evo. I wonder how long this is going to take. But long story short, while the Mitsubishi Evo depressingly left the production lines in the 2010s, the Subaru WRX and the WRX STI still are being made.
Wait, so basically what you say is that I can go to my local like
dealer. Yeah, you could go to your local new car dealer, and if they have one, you could pick up a brand new Subaru WRX.
Okay, that is making me like doubt buying like 13 billion things from eBay.
Yeah. But here's something for you. Don't.
Why?
Because new car prices are as terrible as ever right now. The average price of a new car is over $50,000. Yeah.
Okay, that is single-handedly giving me a heart attack.
This is why I recommend buying used, not just used and earlier. It's why I recommend getting what I believe is the best Impreza ever made. At least, according to when it landed on American shores. The Subaru Bug-Eye WRX from 2002. The first WRX to be released in the United States. Yeah, like, you're gonna notice a trend where a lot of amazing Japanese tuner cars that were made in the 80s and 90s, we didn't get in the States until much, much, much later. Yeah, you wanna know something depressing? You wanna know something really depressing? You know the Honda Civic Type R, one of the most famous front-wheel drive cars ever created?
Yeah.
We didn't, despite the fact that it was originally created in 1993, or was it 1992, something around there, we didn't get it, or at least any generations of it, until 2017.
Ridiculous.
We had to wait 30 years.
Just to get one type of cool Japanese car.
And you wanna know something even worse? The most famous factoid in all of JDM tuner car lore, one of the most famous ones ever created, and arguably the most famous, the Nissan Skyline GTR. All generations of the Skyline and GTR, we never got.
Ever.
Never. We were never sold the Nissan Skyline.
We never got a Nissan Skyline.
We never got them. And you wanna know what's even worse?
What?
You wanna know who did get the Nissan Skyline? Europe got it. You know who else got it? New Zealand, Hong Kong, Singapore even got it.
Singapore.
And of course,
that tiny insignificant island nation.
nope. Even Iceland got them. You know who didn't get it?
The
Us.
nation.
The US and Canada didn't get it. Even Australia got it.
And by that logic, I imagine Argentina also got it.
Yep. And Japan is filled with them. They sold a lot of them.
So basically they said, how can we troll the Americans?
But we found a loophole.
Do tell.
Enter the only saving grace of import tuner culture in the United States. The 25-year import law. That means if a car is 25 years old or older, despite whether it was sold here in the US or not, it can be imported into the United States and sold as a used car.
So basically what you're saying is you could get one of those Japanese cars just because of a small law.
Yep. But we have to wait 25 years.
And when was that car released?
The R34 GTR was released in 1999. And there was an attempt at bringing the Nissan Skyline over to the States before it reached over 25 years old. Enter Motorex. This is going to be some really, really, really niche stuff. So, Motorex was a business where the entire pitch to consumers was being able to import Nissan Skylines into the United States. Now, in order to do that, they would need to be what is called grandfathered into the system. Or, in other words, the Skylines would have to be given all the stuff needed in order to be road legal in the United States.
Wait, what is road legal
like road legal? Road legal is like you're allowed to drive it on the streets legally. It's like you won't get pulled over for driving it. But there was a problem with that. Motorex was in charge of a huge scandal. A really bad one, as a matter of fact. Due to rising costs and how expensive this business was, there were cases of cars being quote-unquote legally imported into the United States without the mandated features needed. And as a result, some of those Skylines were illegally imported. So if you got caught driving them, they would take that beautiful R33 Skyline that you had just imported, take it to a junkyard, and crush it.
Yeah, in my opinion, the only reason why that was, in my opinion, like, for me, the law was created because someone was jealous because their neighbor had a cooler car than them. But still, horrible.
Now, there were cases of Nissan Skylines being brought into the U.S. like before they were 25 years old. But usually they were under show and display loopholes. That means that it can't be driven for over 2,500 miles per year, and they must only be taken to car shows, museums, or to be maintained. And there's actually a pretty interesting story behind this show and display law on its own. That being, the person that ended up creating it was Bill Gates.
Bill Gates?
Yeah, that Bill Gates.
Why?
Unfortunately.
Why?
Well, it involves a completely different car. The Porsche 959. probably the single most high-tech car of the 1980s. In nearly 200 miles per hour top speed, a supercomputer-like all-wheel drive system, and one of the greatest looking cars ever made, in my opinion. And they were never sold here in America. Bill Gates ended up buying one of these, but thanks to them not being sold here and not being road legal here either, they were, unfortunately, the Porsche was unfortunately taken away from them and impounded. So what did Bill Gates do? He passed legislation and ended up creating the show and display a loophole in order to be able to drive it. That's the only thing I will be willing to thank Bill for. And the only thing.
So basically, she really wanted to like. He really wanted to like drive a car, like find an excuse to drive a car.
Yeah. In the United States, legally.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'd say there are so many amazing stories around car culture, but one of my absolute favorites was when I ended up delving into pre-war motor racing.
What was it like back then?
Well, it was terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. And I'll tell you why. Because, for example, the Indianapolis 500. It was around since 1911, so that counts in terms of pre-war motor racing. And by that I mean like before World War II. The big thing about it was that most of these tracks were basically built out of wood because, well, one, they didn't really know better.
Yeah.
And as the race would go on, oh yeah, also, these guys were wearing no seatbelts.
Obviously.
No driving aids, no nothing, and no safety at all.
Well, I mean, we're talking about the time where my farm was just recently built.
Yeah. These guys were fucking nuts. Like, genuinely nuts. Like, actually, you know what? Let's get in a car of that time period to show you just how terrifying these things were.
Uh-huh.
Let's grab... let's grab this here. This is basically what it would look like.
it has no cab, no like,
Yeah.
not even a no like,
Not even a windshield.
not even a windshield.
And also, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And something that would happen is that because of the wear and tear for the track, because of, you know, this batshit crazy racing and everything, bits of wood would come flying out of the racetrack,
And shrapnel into people.
Yep, and wooden splinters would end up hitting drivers in the foreheads, and go through your forehead and into your skull.
Wow, very safe.
And let's see, what else? What else? Oh, here's something. It was a common pastime for children to stick their heads out of holes that were caused by the race cars on the wooden tracks. So you're basically playing whack-a-mole with the race car, except you don't want to hit the moles because they're kids. Yeah. Crazy, huh?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Honestly, I think this seems like a good little time to wrap up stream. So I'll still stick around this VC. I just gotta end stream real quick.
Yeah.
So long story short, if you enjoyed this little more unorthodox stream format, let me know in the comments below, or don't, you know. I'll see you next week, and maybe BeamNG will be back. Christ. Oh, I'll just wait for the song to fade out.